Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this channel named Geeks for Geek School. So today we are going to learn how to develop a Minecraft game using simple Python coding. But before I tell you about that, I would like to tell you about the package which we are going to make use of for for designing, for developing this Minecraft game. So the name of that package is Ursina. Ursina is basically a game engine, right? Which supports Python coding. Now, how to install Ursina? So the way we installed the previous packages like Pygame and NumPy, etc. In the same way you can install Ursina also. Simply use this command pip install Ursina and execute the enter button. So the moment you will execute the enter button, automatically this CMD of yours will start downloading the packages, start downloading the features and the classes and the functions of this package from the internet, and it will install them automatically on your device. Because I already have Ursina installed on my device, that is the reason I am getting this error requirement already satisfied. Fine. So let's come down over here on the Sublime Text platform and let's start coding Minecraft game. But before doing that, in this part, I would like to tell you about the basics of Ursina. Right. In the second part, which I will be shooting tomorrow on this same channel at 5:30, I will tell you how you can start developing Minecraft game. But we need to learn, we need to understand the basic things first. Right. So the first thing we need to do is we need to import everything of Ursina. And how to do that? We can simply use this command from Ursina and import everything. So abstract we can use. And let me just save this file in the very same folder in which I have all my Python files installed. Just a second, let me check if everything is going fine or not. Okay, everything is fine, I think, at my end. Okay, so I am saving it in this folder with this name. Let me create another folder for this game, right? I think that will be a good idea. So I am creating a new folder here and let me name it Minecraft. I think it's more relevant. Minecraft. So done with creating a new folder in the same folder in which all my Python files are present. Okay, now here I can put this thing mine.py. So that's the name with which I am saving my Python file. This file I'm saving with. Okay, it's time for us to create a window, because if you want to play a game, you need to have a game window, right? So for doing that, we can have a variable and let's call this Ursina function in this variable. Right, now how to create a window using this Ursina function? We can simply use this code app.run. We can run this variable in which we have called this Ursina function. So the moment you will execute this code, so you will get to see a beautiful window. Right now I think it's okay. So that's the window you are going to get. Fine. And it will automatically get closed. Why? Because we do not have any event defined after this. So that's the reason it got automatically closed. I hope this is perfectly fine. You have understood these three lines of code. In case you have any queries related to these lines of code, you can put them in the query box. Definitely, I'm going to respond to your queries. Now, if you want to suppose draw something on the window which just appeared, so you can have a variable like this. Let's have a variable with name test underscore square. And there is a function named entity with the help of which you can draw an entity on the window which I just showed you. So what kind of thing you want to draw? So I would like to draw, let's say quad, quadrilateral. Okay, and what is the color you would like to give to that quadrilateral? So I would like to give red color to that quadrilateral. Do you want to scale? Do you want to give some dimensions also to that quadrilateral? Yes, of course. So you can make use of this scale property, and you need to pass a tuple to this scale now. Fine. So 1 comma 4. And at what position would you like to see this quadrilateral? So I would like to see it at this position. Let's say 5 comma 4. So after defining all these things, you can again run the code to see whether this is going to give you the correct output or not. Okay, so it's not giving us the correct output. Now we'll have to check why it's not uh, showing us the correct output. Name COLR is not defined, but I haven't used, okay, it should be COLOR. Yes, I used an incorrect code here. That's the reason it was showing us an error. Okay, so it is taking my code, and but it is not showing us anything. Just a second, it's showing us this thing over here. PNG warning ICCP known incorrect sRGB profile. Fine. Windows path Blender Foundation screen resolution. Okay, I think the resolution of that, what we call it, Ursina window is not compatible with my screen's resolution, which is 1366 by 768 right now. No problem, I will do it later on. Let me first tell you the whole code so that you can test the code at your end in order to get the required output. Right. Okay, the next thing is, if suppose you want to move this square, so how to do that? So there is a predefined function named update in this Ursina which you can use for moving your entities. So you need to define it first, update. So every time a new frame will get created, your interpreter will take this function into consideration, and it will execute it automatically. And whenever this function is executed, I would like my text square position to this x attribute of my test square position to change by 1. Right, so let me just see if I can get the output or not. Okay, just because of this display, I think it's not showing me the output. But if you will try it on your system, definitely you will get the output. Fine, I will show the output to you tomorrow, no problem. Fine, after fixing the resolution issue. For now, just focus on the code which I am telling you guys. Okay, so once you are done with putting this code over here, what you will get, you will see the rectangle moving in the left side. Right, you will be able to see this quadrilateral in the at this position. Fine, and when after once you're done with defining this function and this code over here, what you will see when you will run the code, you will see the square moving rapidly towards the left side. But if you want to have a control on the movement of that quadrilateral we have created here, right, if you want to control the movement of it, suppose with the help of a key, so how to do that? It's very simple. You just have to put this key over here, if held key. So that's the function you can use for checking the event, checking the key which is being pressed. So if key A is pressed, suppose if key A is pressed, uh, I would like this thing to happen. Fine. So this is how you can move a square on pressing this A. So every time you will press A, you will see the position of this test underscore square changing by this much. Okay, if you want to make if you want it to change very fast, you can change it to 4. It will start moving very fast, it will cover a longer distance now. Besides that, if you want to make your animation look more aesthetic and more appealing, you can simply divide it by this factor time dot dt. So dt is for differentiation. What this will do, it will make the what we call it, your square, move in the left side in a very smooth way. The animation that you will get to see through with the help of this is going to be very smooth and very clean, right? So that's why we use this generally with this kind of movement, right? Okay, now let's talk about Now let's talk about, can we change the type of the entity if suppose you want to see a, let's say, circle or square. Can you do that? Yes, you can. You simply have to change this to circle. You can change this to circle. And when you will run the code, you will get to see a circle kind of thing in the middle of at this position of your screen, on your screen. Right. Similarly, if you want to see let's say, square, you can put a square here. Now you will get to see a square in the middle. But I would prefer quad over these things for now. So I am changing it to quad. Fine. Okay. Let's now try to add a texture to our game window. Now, how to add a texture? It's very simple. Texture here it refers to some image. If you have some image and you want to add it to your game window, you want to see it on your game window, how to do that? So let's take a variable with name sense texture. Okay, let's have a variable here, and we can simply load the texture using this load texture method. In Pygame, we used to use load method, if you remember, right? For loading an image, we have in a particular variable. But here we have this function named load texture, with the help of which you can load a texture, or you can say an image, to in a particular variable. Now, suppose the name of the variable is sans dot and it's of JPG type. So you'll have to define the complete name of the image, right? Or else, let's say it is of PNG type, it's a PNG type image. So you can put the complete name over here. Now, what you have to do, you have to define another variable like this, sans you can do, and then you'll have to use this entity function. Okay, and what you can do now, you can put this model. So model will be quad. Okay, and then there is a thing called texture which you have to pass as a parameter. Sorry, which you have to, sorry, yeah, which you have to pass as a parameter to this entity function. And for this also, you'll have to pass a value. And what will you pass as a value to this texture property? So you can pass the name of this variable in which you have loaded your image. So simply put it over here, and when you will run the code, definitely you will see the image getting reflected on the window we have created right on the top, with the help of this app is equal to Ursina. Okay, so you will be able to see everything getting reflected on that window. Okay, let me now see whether this time it will be visible to us or not. Okay, so the window is here. You know what, why it was not visible to me earlier? Because here I didn't use the correct syntax for this run function. Now when I'm running this code, everything is visible to me. See, right? Let me just press A and see whether I will be able to move this rectangle towards the left or not. So I'm pressing A, I'm able to move it in the left side. Wow. Right. Okay, that is great. And this model, this sans.png, right now we are not able to see it because we do not have any such image in our folder, but we are able to see this rectangle over here. Okay, so it's great. I was not using the correct syntax. Sorry, that's the reason I was getting that error earlier. Now it's perfectly fine. I'm able to get the error resolved. Thank God. Let me do one thing. Let me come on Google and quickly save an image in the very same folder in which I have this Orsina file saved. So skeleton clip art. Okay, let's use this one. This is looking quite cool. So I'm saving this image with sans.png in the same folder in which I have this Orsina file saved, Minecraft file saved. So it was in Minecraft, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let me just give it a name, sans, and it's a PNG file. S of sans is capital. Now let me just run this game and see what's gonna happen next. What are we going to get? Okay, so we are able to see this image over here. See how beautiful it is looking, right? Isn't it amazing? Yes, it is. Let me now check the comment box. If I have anything to answer, definitely I
Now,
would like to
let me just
answer
run
those
this game
queries.
and see what's gonna happen
Okay,
next.
Anirudh Gupta, thank you very much for joining this this tutorial here. And gaming slays, it's yeah, it's Minecraft here. I will tell you how you can use Ursina for creating a game like Minecraft. What are we doing here? We are trying to learn the basics of Ursina, right? Because you guys know very well, if the foundation is weak, then the house you will build on that foundation will collapse. So make sure whenever you are learning something, you have the basics clear in your mind. Right. Anirudh, you're saying that PyCharm is better. Abhiram, which software you use? So I am using Sublime Text. Yes, PyCharm is better, but I prefer Sublime Text over PyCharm because we don't get the codes automatically. There is no intelligence window in this Sublime Text platform I am using. So it helps me in keeping the codes in my mind because I don't want to go through the things again and again in order to recall the functions that we can use, that we have in the packages which I use generally for developing games and other things. For example, if I'm using Ursina, I don't want to check my book again and again that which function can I use. I don't want the help. I don't want to take the help of the intelligence window which appears and which helps the developer in finding out what all things he can use from a package he has imported in the on the software platform, right? So that's the reason I prefer this over PyCharm. But if you want to use something like PyCharm, you can go with VS Code also. It is also a very good platform. Okay, but the main motive of this lecture is to tell you about Ursina, to tell you about how can you use Ursina. Whether you use PyCharm, whether you use VS Code, or whether you're using brackets, right? For learning about Ursina, it is one and the same thing, right? The only thing which you need to know is how to use Ursina. That's what I'm telling. Okay, if you have any other queries, please go ahead and share it with me in the comment section. Gaming slays, is it Minecraft? That's what you asked. Yes, it is Minecraft. Once we are done with understanding the basic things, I will tell you how using these basic things we can develop a full-fledged Minecraft game. Fine. So this tutorial of Minecraft is divided into three different parts. This is the first part which I am shooting today. Tomorrow I will be shooting the next part, and day after tomorrow I will be shooting the last part of this Minecraft game. So be there with me. Watch all the tutorials without skipping anything, without skipping any part, so that you can understand everything very well. Fine. Okay. Now, let me just tell you something. Professionals generally bifurcate these two lines of code like this. If you want, you can call. If you want, you can eliminate. You can remove this line of code. And what you have to do, if you don't want to use this line of code, you can simply come down over here, and in this texture, okay, I got disconnected again, I think. Back, fine. So in place of this texture, what you can do, you can simply put the name of the file you want to access and see on your gaming window. So you can copy this from here and you can put it here simply. So what now this texture will do, it will automatically get the file with this name, and it will save it as an entity in this particular uh, variable. Now if you will run the game, let me first cancel the build. Now if I will run the game, so again I will get to see this image, right? So if you want to go ahead with this way, you can do it like this, or else you can use these two lines separately. So in this line I am calling this image and saving it in this variable, and in this one I am passing it as I'm saving it first as a texture in this, and then I'm passing it as a parameter to this entity function, and this one is creating an entity. This one is changing this thing into an entity and saving it in this variable, which is then getting reflected on the gaming window. I hope it is clear to all of you. In case you have any queries, anything you are not able to understand, please put it in the comment box. Okay, let me now come up and define a class over here. So I would like to define a class with name, let's say test queue, and let's pass this entity as a parameter to this test queue. Okay, and I hope you must be knowing about this init method. If not, please go ahead and check the tutorials in which I have showed you, in which I have explained you the basics of Python. So there I have told you about this init function also, which helps us in initiating the function, and super method, which is used for inheritance, right? Init, and then we can simply put this over here. And now inside this init, I would like to pass some values. Now what are those values? So the first thing I would like to pass is a model. So I would like to see a cube kind of thing. I'm passing a cube here to this model. Then what is the color in which I would like to see the cube in? I would like to see a white color cube. So let's pass white to this color named attribute, and the next thing is your texture. So to this texture, I would like to pass let's make it white underscore cube. Okay, if I will run this code now, let's see what is going to happen. Okay, it is giving me this as an output. Uh, why that cube is not visible to us now? That's what I'll have to see here. Texture is white cube, right? And we are not able to see that white cube getting reflected. Now, why we are not able to see that? It's because we haven't passed any variable yet, with the help of which we can call this class, which we have defined over here. So what I am doing, I am coming down, and right above this app.run, let's define a variable with name test underscore cube, and let's call this class init. So that's what we can do. Let's now run the game and see what is going to happen. I'm getting an error. Now why I am getting an error? Let me just check the name of the class again. So it is also perfectly fine. I'll have to check for it why I'm getting this error. So super object has no attribute. Okay, so it is showing us a super doesn't have any such init attribute. Okay, I'll have to change something here. It should be like this. Right now, if I will run the code, I think I'll be able to get the correct output. Okay, so I'm able to see a cube here now. Fine. Now, you will say that it's a rectangle, it's not a cube, right? Let me just prove it to you that it is a cube which we are able to see right in the center of our window. How will I do it? Let me rotate it a bit. So we can use this rotation option and let's use this vector. I think it will rotate for us this cube a bit. So I would like to rotate it by 45, 45, 45 along all the three axes. Let's check it out. Why am I getting this error? Sorry. Okay, I haven't put this separator over here. That's the reason I was getting an error. Now I will be able to see the cube. So that's the cube, right? And it's looking beautiful. Okay, so with these cubes, we can create Minecraft. I hope you are now able to relate this code with the Minecraft game. What I am going to do now, I am copying this whole code and let me just create another class. So now I am going to create a class which can help us in creating the buttons. So test button is the name of the class and I would like to pass this as a parameter to this test button class. And I think this will remain same. This is going to remain same. Model is equal to cube. Then texture, color we can keep it. We can change. Let's change it to blue. Okay, and texture. Let's give it a brick kind of texture. So brick, we do not need this rotation. Okay, I think rest everything is good to go. Now it's time for us to call the test button class. So instead of this cube, I will write button. Fine, then let's just run this game and see what is going to happen. Okay, so see, we are getting a button now here. Fine, and it's quite a large button. And if I am bringing my mouse over it, you can see the color is also changing of this button. So it's looking great and it's an amazing button we just developed. Okay, let me just pass a parent uh, here for this button so we can use this parent keyword, and so that's how you can pass a parent. And then what else can we do now? That's what is the question. So we are done with defining the parent. If you want, you can put this thing also here, highlight color, and I would like the color to change to red. Fine, let me run this game and show you what exactly this highlight color will do for us. So you can see with that parent, the size of the button has reduced, and if I'm bringing my mouse over this brick, see, I'm able to change the color of this brick. So these bricks we'll be using for creating the full fledged Minecraft game. Fine, that's the basics. These are the basics. Fine, so we are done with creating a brick also. Let me add some more things. So if suppose you want that if you press the button, its color should change. So there is a thing called pressed color you can use and simply pass a value to this. So I would like the color to change to lime color if I press the button. So when I'm bringing my mouse over this button, it is changing to red. If I am clicking this button, so it is changing to green. See how beautiful this is looking. If I'm pressing this A button, I'm able to move this brick towards the left side. Right? So these are the basics of Ursina. I hope you enjoyed these things a lot. Please do not forget to like and share this video, and tomorrow we'll be shooting the next part of this game. Do practice this on your own in case you come across any issues. You're most welcome to put your queries in the comment section. Or before I leave, I would first like to see if I have anything to answer in the comment section. Uh, Abhiram, which software you use? Okay, I have already given the answer to this question. And sir, how much our course? So see, it if you'll practice this code, it is going to hardly take you 20 minutes, because 5 to 6 minutes it will take you to install this Orsina on your respective device if you do not have this already on your device, right? Then for about 10 to 15 minutes you are going to take to understand this whole code and write it on your platform, whatever platform you're using, and then you can run it to get the output. Fine, so it's very easy. Just try it out. In case you come across any issue, I would like you to share your issues with me in the comment section. Definitely, I am going to help you with every kind of thing you are going to face while developing this Minecraft game. We will be doing much more in the future lectures, and if you want to avail the coding classes, if you want to learn from me personally, you're most welcome to contact me on my number 9891665634. Also, if you want, you can check my channel named Gaurav Kumar Jain, where you will find all the details of the courses which I am taking right now. Okay. Is there any other query? Is there anything else I can help you guys with? And please do not forget to like and share this video. That is very important. Why? Because there are many students who want to learn these things, and if you can just press the like button and share this video in your groups, definitely they are going to be benefited. They are going to get the benefits of these lectures which I'm shooting on this amazingly beautiful Geeks for Geek School channel, right? So just do it right away if you can, and thank you very much in advance for all the efforts, for all the love, and for all the respect you're showing to me. Anything else I can help you guys with? I am just checking the comments right now. Okay, I hope I have sorted out all the queries which you have posted in the comment section. So I'll be taking the next class tomorrow at the same time, 5:30, in which I will tell you how can you use Ursina for developing a Minecraft game. Fine, for now you guys can just practice these basic things. Install Ursina on your device and just practice these basic coding things so that you can get a good experience of using Ursina. Fine, in case you are not able to understand it in one go, take some time, watch the video again, right, in order to get a better understanding of each and everything what have been told in the video. In case you find something difficult, or you are not able to understand anything, you can get back to me tomorrow in the class which I am going to take at 5:30. So this is it from my side in this lecture. Hope you guys enjoyed this one a lot. Thank you very much all of you for being there with me in this tutorial. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye everyone and take care.